Hey, this is Dave for BigBits, and this stream is starting a little bit late. I've had some issues. I tried to do the dual stream with TradingView and also with YouTube and Twitch, and it was having some issues, so I ended up having to take a break for a little bit. I had to go upstairs, get some water, came back down, just decided to do it on YouTube today. We'll try and figure out what's going on with the TradingView stream because that's what's causing the issues. They had some issues with their streaming server using this streaming software that I have, so I had to put that on hold today, and we're over here for now. So give me just a minute while I get some things set up. Everything's kind of different today. I've been changing kind of my streaming and my recording setup because I needed to make things a little bit more accessible, and by that I mean making the videos more pleasing for people who are on mobile phones. So I added the nice quick zoom feature here. You should be able to see it zoomed now, and then quickly zooming back out. So that's cool. I like that. And just hold on for just a little bit. So I'm trying to get the music in the background, and I gotta figure out how to do this without playing all of the sounds. And this is something new, but just in the meantime, I did want to point out the Dow Jones chart. I posted this on Twitter, but the mid Bollinger Band is being tested today. It so far looks like it's going to be rejected, and also the mid Bollinger Band looks like it's going to aim down sharply. So I imagine we're going to head back down to the 50 on there, and gonna just remove the Bitcoin chart for now. This is the S&P. It's pretty much the same thing. We'll see if the mid band holds here, but even then, it doesn't really matter too much because it's kind of within the margin of error right now on whether or not it's actually being held. So even if it doesn't really close below it, it doesn't really matter as long as it closes close to it. And then looking here as well, and what's interesting is going back a long ways on the Dow Jones, this doesn't happen very often, the mid band turning down before it gets back up to the 200-day moving average, and we'll go over that in just a minute. But that one's actually pretty interesting. The one thing that is working against you here is that momentum appears to be shifting up. So the next couple of days could be huge. Now, also keep in mind that this is just forecasted. If the price jumps up quickly back up to the upper range here, then that is going to level out and actually head back up. So just something to keep in mind as well. Here we go. I found what I needed. So sorry about the delay. Like I said, the whole setup's kind of off today just because of everything that happened with all the issues starting the stream to begin with. And where did this go? I guess while I'm waiting on this, maybe we should go ahead and talk about something else here. There's really not a whole lot going on today. Let's see. Switch back to the S&P. I like to have it over here because I have my lines drawn. You can see it's testing the top of that range and also the mid-Bollinger Band there. So let's take this back to Bitcoin. I do want to look at some of the crypto stuff in just a moment. I did it on the wrong chart. Okay. So this is not going to happen. And I was muted. So, yeah, my bad. There's been some issues going on here with the live stream today. Haven't been able to get it going like I wanted to. Apparently, YouTube is having some issues with some of the stream settings I have. TradingView, I couldn't get the stream going there at all. We've talked a little bit on this stream on YouTube about the Dow and about the S&P, how they're kind of testing the mid-Bollinger Band and they're testing this range here. And it looks like their Bollinger Bands are going to head down here in the next few days, but that of course is also dependent on holding within this range that we've drawn out here. So if it holds within the range, it looks to be a pretty good bet that those lines are going to start moving down, and then you're going to have to test the 50 and the 200. If those hold, then you're probably going to break back out up. If they don't, then you'll probably be moving back down. All right, so give me just a moment. Okay, so this is not working the way I thought it would either. So my apologies. I need to get this figured out another time. So back to the charts. We're also looking at the same thing with Bitcoin here. Also testing its mid-Bollinger Band. It's kind of in the middle of the range. I've been expecting we're going to get Bitcoin to come back down, back to the 100, and I've said I do expect it to kind of take some time and slowly work its way down. Then we'll really see what's going to happen once it tests those moving averages, similar to how we're talking about with the actual traditional markets there, how they're actually doing. I don't know. The stream looks fine to me. Okay, the YouTube message went away. All right. No, now it's back. So I'm really sorry about all the issues we're having here. This was not an issue before. Okay. The other one I wanted to check out, we were talking about yesterday, was Crow. It is up to all-time highs again, which is very impressive. The syndicate event is over, or I believe it's still executing. People might not be able to withdraw just yet. I know there was some stuff going on with that earlier. It's all something about issues they were having. No, that's not it. Okay. So I'm trying to find some more information out about their syndicate, but I'm not too worried about it. It's supposed to be ending soon. The chart doesn't look all that great anyway, meaning that it kind of looks toppy up here. It doesn't have a lower high just yet again, but it is making these wonderful divergences on multiple indicators there. And if it pops up again, that might be the last one for a while, at least in my opinion. It's going to be hard to keep printing divergences on all of those different indicators. Let's see, I want to also check out MCO. I have a feeling this one's down. Another massive doji. I believe this one is probably going to get ready for another drop as well. With the awful news that it had earlier, even though they had their cards unfrozen yesterday, I believe there was some news about that. I still feel like it's going to come back down, and itself will probably print a divergence here as well, as you'll probably have an RSI divergence. All right, back to some of our favorite ones. Basic attention token. It's doing really well today. And the way this chart looks, if it can finish with this bullish engulfing candle, and it can have another good day tomorrow, then what's going to happen is this is going to continue to turn up. You're going to get your momentum to shift back up, and it's going to shoot back up, and you may get back up to 30 cents again. And at that point, it'd be a little bit more sustainable. And also, let's see, we're about 6 days away now from having all of the moving averages aligned perfectly on basic attention token. So that's really cool. We still got a long ways to go back on that tail on the 200, so nothing really too important there. We've already dropped off the horrible part back from COVID. So yeah, it's looking really good. I want to see it versus Bitcoin though. The chart is very similar versus Bitcoin. Very, very similar. Zoom way out here so you can kind of get an idea of what we're looking at, what you're wanting to see if you're holding this and you're rooting for it to do very well and have its own sort of alt season. Like the other coins you saw, they shot up, double 2-3 times at least within a day or two. That didn't really happen so much for basic attention token. So for that to happen here, you're going to want to see it break past these levels again, which were resistance, and before that were a bit of support. You can see around in through here, there was a bit of support here, then it kind of turned to resistance here. So right past that, maybe you can really shoot for the moon up there around 5,000 Satoshis. And I'm not going to hold my breath for that. If we get back up here a ways, I might take a little bit of profit this time. I've got plenty of them to do so, and I'm still going to hold what they call moon bags, so that I'll have still have plenty left, where I'll be really happy if it does go back up there. Now, I did want to share, there were some updates on some things I'm working with, so let me go to the live stream chart, which for some reason I didn't already have up. Like I said, today's been a bad day, and it's already 1:17, so I don't even have a whole lot of time left. I've got to take a look at some other stuff over here too. Okay, so I want to remove all these indicators because these are all on here from where I did the indicator template series. Or I should say just that video. I am working on the advanced stochastic weights, and that's coming along very well. These are all default inputs. You can see this is where it's trying to detect the bear divergence. And I think it's a little quick here, but that's okay. These are default settings though, so they're not perfect. It calculated one here. It also did one here and here. So those two were bad, those two were good. And this is also a bear divergence, so that one is bad as well. So you had 3 bad and 2 good there. You go back even further. These weren't the most well timed, but it's kind of hard to find the top on those parabolic runs. And then you have a few back here that weren't that great either. And these are the default settings, so you need to go back and play around with this, and then also do some more work on the actual settings on where those divergences are. If you saw, I made a tweet the other day with the divergences added to it, and the way that actually works, let me show you the one that I'm kind of referring to. I wanted it to work kind of like this, to where it would draw the lines from the higher highs and the lower highs on the indicator, but what's happening is it's actually requiring that at least several candles have passed since the divergence is detected. So it wasn't the best method to do it. However, they're doing this, and this indicator works a little bit better, but I've kind of come up with my own way, looking for certain conditions to be met on higher levels. And what I'm really thinking about doing is also going back and taking whatever time frame we're in and requiring that the bearish divergence occur at the higher time frame, having a high RSI or something. So this is the daily. Let's take a look at both of those little parabolic peaks. So back here at 13K and then the one at 20K. Let's see if where the RSI is, I should say. I will say it worked pretty well back there. And that's a bullish divergence down there. And there's not a whole lot of bullish divergences because honestly on the weekly chart on Bitcoin it just doesn't get down there very much. And you had a bearish divergence there. It was at the time of a drop, was at the time of a drop there, and there, like I said, it went a little higher there. So even with that, if we looked at the higher time frame RSI, we'd still not be doing too great. So I'm trying to find another example on what I want to actually use, because this is weighting a couple of things together. Let's see what just the stochastic RSI looks like there. Okay. So that one isn't too terrible, just the stochastic RSI itself. So we'll require the stochastic RSI be above like 90. You're still going to get a lot of them down here. Oh my goodness. So yeah, I'm just trying to find where the best spot to do this stuff is. And switch back to the 1 day. That is the exact opposite of what I wanted to do. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to find a moving average that, when it's above it, is really good to catch those. I don't want one that's too quick or too slow. So this was the first bullish divergence it found after the HMA turned up there on the 150 day. That was really good. And then it started printing a few as it went below. This was its first above it here, but that proved to be useless. And this was one here. So I'm having a hard time trying to figure out where these should be. And I forgot I actually need to check the indicators back on here to see if we got anything better with the actual defaults. So we're above, there's a bear div there, and you got a bear div there. So if you're requiring that the price on the higher resolution be above the 150 whole moving average, that's not terrible. Let's get two good ones there. This one might have went through. You might have actually hit take profit to do that wick, but either way, it's not terrible. But these are the ones that are really bad. I guess I should be more concerned with the bullish divergences because honestly, that's all I really want to do is go long. So you got one there, you got one here. Those were both really good. This one was okay. I mean, it immediately bounced due to the nature of how the stochastic weights work. It's going to on the first green candle pretty much always. So you got your first green candle here, and then you got a good move up. So depending on where your take profit was, is how well you're going to be doing on that trade. So you might have ended up getting stopped out, but this one was really good. I'd imagine you probably would have took profit there, and you probably would have took profit down there. But these are really long time frames. So let's go down to like an hour or something and compare the fancy moving average to the 4-hour. Okay, so you got a bear div here. It is above. That's not good. Let's find some bullish divergences. All right, you got one here. That was awful. So I think what you really want to see is a bear div below. And you're just not getting those. Interesting. There you go. There's a bear div below the 100 moving average of the higher resolution. Then you've got a bull div. You would be looking for bull divs above the 100 period. So you're not going to get a lot of these, if any, apparently. So you would have had a bull div down here. That was perfect. So you get a bull div below or a bear div above. Wait, no, that's the opposite. Here I am messing these things up again. There's really not a lot of bull divs. It was way too bullish. Let's go to the 15-minute on the same thing because that just might have been a bad combination. Okay, so we're trading under it. We would hit a bear div there, excuse me. It would have went down. That's good. Let's see, we were over it, so we wouldn't have entered that one. We were under it, so we wouldn't have got into that one, although that would have been a really good one. I'm surprised I didn't find one here anywhere. So you had a bull bear div there. Bull div there. This actually looks really good on the 30-minute chart. Hardly any of these are bad so far. That one was bad. Got a good one there. Got a really good one there. That one was bad, but that's okay. Those two were bad. That was bad. That was good. That was bad. Go back a little more. Bad. There's still a lot of work to be done here. But honestly, the best way you do this is kind of judging with your own eyes. The hard part is automating this and getting this to where we can quantify this divergence here. So, like, this is the perfect example of what you would want to look for. Like, that's it. That's perfect. And it's just not seeing that right now. I just need to find better ways to quantify what actually is the divergence here. Of course, you can always play around with the settings and weight certain ones more. Change their speed, their K-length. And let's see, let's weight them by their moved RSI. So it becomes much pickier at this point. And it's missing a divergence there. That one was really good, but you can tell once you make this a little bit pickier, it works a lot better. And it's always very hard to actually get a divergence when you do something like that. Not too upset with that one. Let's go to the 1 hour. This is one you may never see a divergence on. That's very good. Yeah. That's not terrible. That one's good. It's just really hard to do this without repainting and actually sending the correct signal the first time. So there's obviously more work I need to do to get it figured out, but it's coming along very well. The weighting itself actually does work, and if you're trading it by hand and you're looking for divergences that way, it works entirely fine. You might be better off to look for like hidden divergences instead. So when you really smooth these things out, then you're really getting wrecked. The problem with the stochastics is they move so quick after consolidation that's why the divergence occurs. So what I would like to see is a way to weight the moves much heavier if the volatility's been higher. So yeah. So yes, is there a way on TradingView to backtest the strategy on multiple stocks, like a watch list, and at the same time see the combined backtest results? So no, not right now. You could create a script that could simulate backtesting, and you could do it against multiple stocks that way, but that's very, very complicated and probably not worth your time. You'd just be better off just switching from stock to stock. And they don't have optimization either. And I'm sure these are things they would like to have, but I think right now they're kind of focusing on generating more revenue. And that's why they're doing the streaming stuff, which even though it didn't work today, I'm going to give them some time to get that figured out. Let's see, I got to keep up with the time because I got to get off here in just a minute. I'm running a little late, but we got started late, so that's entirely fine as well. See, I like this stochastic PC. I'm thinking this might be the better way to weight the actual higher values. Let's see, we need to also so there, you got one there. Got one there, that's not too bad. And you got one here. That wasn't too bad either. The thing with stochastic PCs, you can actually use it to search for highs and lows, I think a little bit easier. That's too much. 10. At this point, I'm kind of designing it more so just to look for the higher peaks, and it's not too bad. That one was bad though. Alright, don't look at my code. What was it? I think it was MFI. I forget what the normal input is for this one. Is it close? Yeah. Maybe MFI could help determine when we're finally moving up high. Nope. It diverges to, is it OBV was the other one, I think? Ah, that's easy. So I need to add that in. To the stochastic weights is the MFI because that's oscillating between 0 to 100 as well. I forgot about that one. Alright, let's plot OBV. This one's going to make everything look awful. But if we do a stochastic of it, probably just diverge too, but whatever. So let's see, where was one of those divergences? Okay, we'll just hide that for now. I don't think that's going to help. I'm going to go through and I want to change some of the K lengths on them to 1. And I think that might help with the weighting because I think everything is moving a little too slow to be able to weight correctly. I think that helped a lot. Yeah, I think that helped a whole lot. Using fast K instead. It still needs to be smoothed some more on the K length though. You got real divergences forming there. That one would have been okay, but I want to find that one too. kind of like these settings. It's not too bad. Seems like the stochastic PC and the stochastic volume are actually really valuable. I wasn't going to think that would be the case because they're indicators that I've made that I've never seen before, but I think they're actually helping weight the divergence more. Like this one doesn't even get to overbought levels. This one does. That's awesome. I mean, even that one is good. And honestly, just having a high level here is usually enough. But the divergences are really good. That's 15 minutes, so let's try something a little bit longer. It's an hour. It's not terrible. That one was pretty good. Probably would have got stopped out though. Bull div, that one was good. That one was really good. Bear div here. That one might have got stopped out, but it's not bad. It's a little early. This one was really good. See, that one was really good. That one was not good. Not good. Okay. Not good. Terrible. That one went against you immediately. That one was good. It's very good. That was an immediate bounce. This one's perfect. Look at that. Let's see. This one you would have bought here. So you would have made profit pretty quickly. It would have dropped back down. And it would have came back up some more. So depending on your profit ranges, you'd been fine. It's this one I'm kind of worried about. So maybe if I change my K length, that'll help. Oh no, it took the other one away. Maybe it's a D length. There we go. That one was bad. Bad, bad. Okay. Oh wait, this is a huge dump. When was that? Oh well. That one was perfect. That one was bad. That one was good. Now, these on the 4 hours seem pretty good so far. This one not so much. That one was a little early. That one was good. Very good. Okay, because it would have eventually came back up there. Probably got stopped out though. Let's see. This one. It's actually pretty good. This one is amazing. This one was good. It looks like the 4 hour, these are really good settings because almost all of these are doing really good. Wow. Now that one's not so much, but that's getting close to the top of the parabola there. That one would have got stopped out. That's fine. They lose. This one was good. This one was good. This one, no. That's good. Bad. Bad. Very good. Very good. 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 I wish it would have caught one down there, but it got this one. So you would have been stopped out from that one, you would have been stopped out from that one, and you would have been stopped out from that one, but you would have got the last one. Overall, these settings aren't that bad. I need to convert this to a strategy. I'm going to end up saving these settings. I'm going to end the stream here in just a minute. And yeah, that'll be it for today. Hey, greetings from Argentina, Marco. Sorry, I just now saw this. You've learned a lot from the videos and the courses. Thank you very much. And of course, if you haven't already, check out the TradingView profile, like and follow over there because I'm doing some content there first now. With some ideas that I'm posting, the video ideas. And for those of you who actually watch on YouTube, if you haven't already, please subscribe and like as well. That helps a whole lot. But other than that, I think I'm going to have to end the stream here today. You can always reach out to me on Twitter, Discord, YouTube, TradingView, whatever platform you want. But that'll do it for today. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.